Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton to check out this brand new 2024 Chevy Trax. This is the base 1LS trim in sterling gray metallic with a black and light gray two-tone cloth interior. So this is your base trim. We've seen most of all the other Trax trims this year. Haven't seen this one yet, so we're going to check it out. See what kind of value this is going to bring at the lower end of the Trax price points. So let's dig in. Front end of our Trax 1LS, sterling gray metallic, looking good against the flat black on the grille. Some chrome coming across the front into the Chevy bow tie. LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, standard bulbs for turn signals. Functionality in the grille top and bottom, so I do like the LED lighting up front on your base trim. I think that brings some nice value to the vehicle for safety. Now, when we're looking at our wheel and tire setup, what do we got going on? We got a 17-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, all silver, Chevy badge on the center cap. Now, these 17-inch wheels are wrapped in Hankook Dynapro all-season tires, 225 on the width, a 60 series sidewall 17s, all four corners, front wheel drive. As we move on out, I do like the sterling silver gray, or the sterling gray metallic, against the flat black. So I think it's a good looking color combo, and we don't have any chrome around the windows, which I think was smart. We move on in, we are color matched on our side view mirror, but we do not have LED turn signals. Color matched on the front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap. Up top, we do have a roof spoiler coming off the top with an old-fashioned antenna. Please, Chevy, give me the shark fin, no sunroof. Rear end of our Trax, we do have the roof spoiler coming off the top. We do have the wiper down below on the glass, Chevy badge in the middle, Trax on the left. Standard lighted in the back, flat black on the rear bumper area with our exhaust tucked up underneath the left side of the vehicle. Under the hood of this Trax 1LS, we have a 1.2-liter turbocharged inline 3-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 137 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque. MPGs, 28 in the city, 32 on the highway, 30 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? You said this was at the lower end of the price point. Well, here we go. Base trim for your Trax 1LS is $20,400. Now, this vehicle has about $1,400 in options. And then once you add in destination and delivery of $1,095 from Chevrolet's South Korea assembly plant, you have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $22,885. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Would like to see some rubber finish on that dead pedal so the carpet doesn't get destroyed. We do have the all-season floor liners that were added by the dealer for an extra $267. Manual seats for the driver and the front passenger, and then we have black cloth with blue stitching, and then we have a light gray insert on the seat back, not on the actual seat bottom, with some white stitching. And it looks pretty nice, even though the cloth feels very, very gritty to the touch. Door panels, all hard black plastic all the way around. There's a little soft touch material on the armrest, but the armrest is still pretty hard. Chrome door handle. We got some gray trim in and around the switch gear, and a pretty good sized door pocket here in this LS Trax. Up top, plastic. We got this blue accents that go into the heat and air vent, which is a nice touch. More of this silver trim to kind of break up all the black, which is nice, but everything is hard plastic to the touch. Down below, a nice large glove box. Infotainment system, though, is a plus. We have Chevy's 8-inch Infotainment System 3, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. Now, there's no nav in here, so all the maps will come through your phone. But as you can see, we can Bluetooth our phone. We can get to our audio right here. We have our Sirius XM as well as our regular audio stations, which is nice. Wi-Fi hotspot you can set up. There's your CarPlay, Android Auto. You can connect up with OnStar. You can go to your settings. You can go ahead and get up your Wi-Fi hotspot. You can set up your language, time. There are your apps that are on right now. There's your vehicle settings where you can adjust your lighting. Let's say you want to go in there, adjust that. We have Teen Driver, right here, so you can set that up. So some nice features in this 8-inch system, and the best part is your wireless on your CarPlay and Android Auto. Backup camera, put it in reverse, nice and large, nice and clear with trajectory. Really well done. I like how Chevy went ahead and put that nice clear one in. Good job. Volume knob right there, home button right there, 2 heat and air vents, standard heat and air controls, no climate, but we do have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger, and that's nice on the base trim. 4-way hazards over there. Down below, you got a 12-volt USB-C, USB-A, and an area for storage down there. No wireless charging, not expected at this trim level. And then right up here, you got your engine auto stop start on off and your lane keep assist on or off. Here is the gear shift that's going to go through the 6-speed automatic transmission. So I like to have an automatic and not a CVT. Electric emergency brake, 2 cup holders, and an area to slide your phone. And then the key is a key that you actually have to put in the ignition barrel. But we do have some options on the key. So you have unlock, lock, remote start, and your panic button, Chevy bow tie on the back. But again, there's no push button start in this Trax. So we're going to plug the key in and give it a turn to start the car. Coming on down further, another area for storage. Center armrest, fairly firm. Open it up, and we have a nice area for storage. Chevy steering wheel. We have a soft touch steering wheel, but nice 10 and 2 notches, and it feels pretty good. Chevy bow tie on the horn button. Round bottom wheel, but I don't have any problem getting in and out of the Trax. On the left, you got your cruise control. That's a plus for a base trim. Not every manufacturer puts cruise in a base trim, believe it or not. You have your adaptive cruise as well, and you can set how far behind the vehicle you want to be in front of you before that adaptive cruise slows the car down. So that's a nice feature. And then on the right side, you got your telephone voice commands, volume, and your modes for your infotainment system. On the left stalk here, we have our adaptive high beams and our turn signals on the right front and rear wiper. Over here on the left, bright and dim the dash, and then you can set your headlight controls. We do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we do have a analog digital combo, analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. As you can tell, we have like no fuel in this vehicle. So we're going to go on a short drive today. And then you have that small digital display in the center that's going to give you some basic info. Overhead console, you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button right here remains in the center. And then when you open the door, lights come on, close the door, lighting will go off. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road, and OnStar right there. Standard frame to rear view mirror with auto dim. And then we have our sun visor with vanity, no light. Does it slide? No. Getting in the back of the Trax, I have the seat set for my driving position. Here we go. Nice and easy to get in. You'll have to duck a little bit if you're a tall person, but I have plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". Now we're cloth all the way down, no seat pocket behind the driver, no seat pocket behind the front passenger. I'd like to have at least one. In the back here, you got an area for storage, but no heat and air vents, no connectivity for your rear seat passengers. Rear door panels, same as the front, all black, hard black plastic. And in this one, we don't have that silver brushed aluminum trim around the switchgear. So really plain, really, really hard black plastic there. Now we got the same cloth with our light gray insert. Looks good, right? Again, the feel of the cloth, a little sandpapery, but we don't have an armrest back here, and I'd like to see an armrest. I don't know why they cut them out and make different back seats depending on what trim you have. You would think they could just make one back seat for the Trax that has an armrest and call it a day, and it costs them less money that way. But who knows? Getting in the cargo area of the Trax, it's manual, so you have to come to the back, and right underneath the Chevy bow tie, there's a button. You push it and you lift up. Now, with all seats up, 25.6 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this small subcompact SUV. Not bad. Here is the all-season cargo mat they put in here that they're charging you extra for. And then underneath here, we have our spare. So thank you, Chevy, for the spare. An extra cubby here for storage. We do have some lighting. And now if we want to put the rear seat down, we can go to either door, or we can just reach in if you're tall enough and shove it down. And you can reach this one in, shove it down, and now with all seats down, 54.1 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Trax. Trax window sticker, here we go. Zoom on in, 24 Trax 1 LS. Standard equipment, left to right. Now here comes our options. Total vehicle MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Made in Korea by Chevy. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're onto the road in this 24 Trax 1 LS. Total base trim action in the Trax. This will pretty much wrap up our Trax reviews for the year, unless I find an active lying around on the Chevy lot, but those don't come in very often. So what kind of value here at 22.8, so let's say 23 if we round up, are we getting here in this Trax? Well, we're getting the LED exterior lighting up front for safety. You got your 8-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. That helps USB-A, USB-C connectivity. You also get blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that safety jazz in this Trax as well. So that's providing some value here in this 1LS trim. Now obviously there was a couple of packages added because the base price here is $20,600. So obviously the heated seats were added in that package that we saw added to the window sticker. So very difficult to find one with absolutely no options, but I think this one is bringing a little bit of value at $22,800, 23 grand. The visibility out the windshield is good. Side view mirrors are good. Rear view mirror is good. No issues there. This 1.2 liter inline 3 turbo is getting the vehicle up to speed. No problem. 137 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque. So not bad. Not sizzling numbers, but it's going to get the vehicle up and moving. The thing about the Trax you got to be aware of is that with this price point, they're going to have to make it fit into a price point, right? You can't build the car to a standard and then say, okay, here's the price when you're competing in this market. So they made some cuts with the cheaper interior materials, obviously, to save money, to lower the price of the vehicle. And so that's kind of a compromise you're going to need to make if you're on a budget and you need a subcompact SUV and you're on the budget. You're going to get the cheaper plastic materials on the inside. And this thing, again, wallows like crazy in the turns, but it's not a speed demon by any stretch of the imagination, that's for sure. But that also means you're going to have less sound deadening materials in here. So you're going to get wind noise, road noise, exterior noises in the passenger cabin. It's not going to be quiet. It's going to be fairly noisy in this Trax, just so you know. And have to turn up the tunes if you don't want to listen to the outside noises, because there's just things that you have to do to get a vehicle down to 22.8, 23 with a couple of options. And another thing you have to do, you can't build it in the United States where your costs are a lot higher. You got to build it over in Korea where your costs are a lot cheaper. And now we have an easy turnaround, 18-foot turning radius in the Trax, and now we move on down the road. And again, it's not fast. The 6-speed shifts pretty well, nice and smooth, no issues with the 6-speed. Handling is light, but it's fairly direct, and it's pretty tight. I don't get a lot of play in the wheel, so that's a good thing too. So as we bebop down the road, if you're in the market for that budget subcompact SUV like a Trax, Is this something that you would consider buying? Is the Trax 1 LS the way you would go to save money? Or, oop, there goes my license plate. Or would you go with another brand? So let me know what you think, what you would do with this little Trax. Is this the way you would go? Or are you going to go somewhere else with that hard-earned money of yours? Put that in the comments and let me know. But I do want to thank Ciocca Chevrolet of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Chevy Trax 1 LS in sterling gray metallic for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.